What did you guys see looking back at the Toronto game that you can use to bounce back this weekend against Cincinnati?
Um, I think the most important part after that one game is recognize what really happened. And I thought the boys played well, and they had a good game. It was part of the second half where we lost control of the ball, but we were in a good shape in any way. It's difficult to keep 90 plus minutes on you being dominating the game as we did in the first half. That worries us, and then trying to correct it though, because the ambition is just to be consistent during the whole game, and correcting the errors that we had at the end as well. That's probably the most painful part of it. But the boys just keep going. They're trying to get better. We understand it, and now we have another rival with and a high caliber too. But we just keep going.
As you look at Cincinnati, obviously you got results against them last year, very similar shape, same coach and all that. What do you think you're expecting from them in this match?
Right, Cincinnati, they had a model that is very concrete. We know it. We have played them already last year. This coach hasn't changed much. I don't see many changes on the squad or the way they do it. And we're conscious about what we need to do good, and it's always a good match against them. And as I say, they have done a good job during the past years, so we have done it too, and we'll see.
Profe, cuando ven cómo han empezado el campeonato, solamente obviamente dos victorias y los primeros 9 partidos, la pregunta, bueno, entran un mes un poco más pesado con los
Sí.
rivales que están ahí. ¿Han habido pláticas internas con el grupo en cómo pueden arreglar y conseguir estos resultados que ustedes han estado luchando un poco últimamente?
Sí, siempre hay charlas. Inclusive cuando tenemos una racha ganadora, hay charlas también de cómo podemos mejorar eso, cómo podemos sostenerlo en el tiempo, cómo podemos incrementar nuestras posibilidades de gol y tener más solidez en la parte de atrás, cómo podemos mejorar nuestras secuencias, cómo podemos mejorar los jugadores individuales, cómo podemos desarrollar a los jugadores que no están jugando, a los que vienen de la academia, cómo podemos tener mucho más eficiencia cuando tenemos la pelota, cómo podemos tener eficiencia cuando no la tenemos. Y podría seguir otro minuto más diciéndote todo lo que hablamos en la semana. O sea, aquí se gane o se pierde, se trabaja.
On the attacking side of things, we've seen you try different combinations of players. Last week we saw the wingers switched for about an hour in the game. What else can you do to create more volume in the opposition box so that you have more than a one goal lead? You know, we talked about that with the early goals. To have a little more comfort in these games going forward.
Um, we have a team that is always in evolution, we hope. And sometimes when you see scenarios like we have so far in this start of the season, it seems like it's not even evolution, but it's an involution. But nothing of both is real. It's just the dynamic of the game. That if we see the metrics, there's many games that we should have won it, and probably others that we should have lost it, and history when we win it, and then probably we didn't deserve it. So it's just being conscious about how can we solve the problems that we have at the moment and create some alternatives, and we're going to keep trying it. Is those things that you saw in the game, the interchange of the wingers, and see how can we have more volume, how can we have more sequences that produce a creation of an option to score, and if we are creating an options to score, how can we score too, and also how can we avoid it, how can we recover the ball well. As I say to him, this is a non-stop trying to make the teams better, And for now, we have to accept that the results are not here, and I am here to be responsible. We'll see if we can find some answers.
You obviously have Duncan McGuire scoring. That's always good for the players' confidence. I mean, I guess it's the problem the team has. They're trying to figure it out. I guess how do you kind of insert Luis Muriel into that equation to make sure that you guys have him in a position to start
Right.
contributing as well?
Right, he is in the equations all the time. Is that they are human beings that sometimes they are in their best way, in the best mode possible, and sometimes they are not. Just trying to be accurate with the selection of the guys that are going to represent our squad over the weekend is part of my job, and trying to be assertive on that part and trying to be precise on that decision is my job. If I don't do it, well, and then I don't want to blame the players, but they have also a responsibility just to be in their best moment every week possible. So, and then we select them up and see how can we make a good combinations, how can we get the best out of that squad with just one objective: the team first. This is not a team decided for one player. And in the case of Duncan and Luis, they can play both together. They show already that they can play uh, Duncan or Muriel, and we will see. What I repeat is that I hope that I can be precise to make that selection.
David Broccolo left the game early last game, and Ramiro Enrique hasn't been a part of the squad also because of injury.
Right.
I don't know if there's any update to those
Right.
players for this Saturday.
Ramiro isn't ready, and Brecalo is day by day. Has progressed tremendously. So we see. We still have a couple days more.
Got a number of players playing the number 10 role so far this season. Obviously, Mauricio locked that down last year, but this year it's been Nico, it's been Luis, Martin, Facu. How obviously all those players bring different styles of play to that position. How do you kind of find the right player for different moments, and which player fits that best in terms of the style of play that you want to play?
Right. Showing consistency on what we look for, winning games, scoring goals, making assistance, being the protagonisms that we need, be the guy who can be in charge of the moments of the game, the guy who set the tempo of the game. And if he's not that guy, then probably the one who can make good decisions in the box. And then even though we are more direct, we have somebody else there that can provide heavy actions in the box. And when we see all those things and we're trying to select it, if we see that we're not accommodating yet to it, we have to keep searching for that, and then just keep trying different things until we have that regularity that obviously today we're still on the search. Yes.
Is that something maybe that if you guys are still searching for that right number 10, is that something perhaps you guys may have to go into the summer transfer window to find that player?
Well,
If you guys don't find it within the group?
I think we have good players. I do think that we have good players, and don't forget that Mauro was working with this group for 4 years, and day by day, game by game, it was hard just to see in a squad where he wasn't. But he's not here, and we have players who can do it and have done it before too. And players that I respect enormously, and players that have that capacity to do it, and we trust them. So thinking that we have to look for somebody else right now, for me, is probably too soon and too harsh, And we'll find a way. I say it again, and I say it sincerely. Just look at me, that I need to find the answers, but not the players. The players are working hard, and they're good professional players that can do it. I trust that they can do it.